Well, speaking of your family, I guess your first big purchase was you bought yourself and your mom a $60,000 mink coat.
Right. So hers was 60. Both were, or both are female pelts, because they're still present to this day. And I always felt like, the guys that my mom dealt with, they were street dudes and stuff like that. And when I would watch my mother go out, now she was not no bum by far, but all her girlfriends had on mink coats. And she would borrow my grandmother's mink coat. So it was one credit card.
Right, for a $120,000 charge.
Yeah.
Right, and when he arrived at her house, she freaked out.
She was elated. She
Yeah.
wore that thing to the market.
Okay, I guess she still has that mink coat.
Of course.
Yep.
I just left the cold storage. She's there, nice and chilled.
Okay, and then by 1992, you actually moved your whole family from Detroit to Oakland.
Yes.
I mean, was that worrying you a little bit? I mean, you're helping to support your family, but the money is coming from fraudulent means. Or did it not matter?
Really, not so much. I'm going to say it had to have been like maybe closer to 93 that I moved them out. When I moved them out, it was time. And I was already doing enough. And I was working. So it's not like I wasn't working and still hustling. So I still had that going on. But, once it got bigger than the job, then I had to let the job go. But no, it was good.
Now, was that around the time that you transitioned to a woman?
No. And so let me be clear with this, because for the most part, people get really misconstrued, by pronouns, and everyone is, just wanting to be so safe. And sometimes when they're trying to be so safe, they end up being offensive. For me, I am transgender, and the reason why I am transgender is because of the hormone regimen. It makes you softer, it gives me a little bubble here, and I like that, and that's my whole thing, and that's where I am. Am I walking around in a maxi dress and some stilettos like a lot of my other sisters are doing? No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm clear on who I am. It's more androgynous. The illusion of it all. You have to get into the illusion.
Right. And did you ever have a desire to be a post-op or anything else like that? Or are you happy with how you are?
No, I never want her to go away.
Okay.
No.
What's really, when you look at, men who have the operation and so forth, what's usually the difference between you and someone like that?
Well, I mean, I have girlfriends that are they're full, where they've gotten the surgery and everything is good, and they are just like women and very adamant about you respecting them. And I get it, because it's a respect factor. And I know a couple of girls where they've actually disowned their family because the family refused to sit up there and call her. So I don't have any, I don't have an issue with that. Like, for instance, with my mother and my sister and my brother, they still say he. They've been knowing, I'm 55. I just turned 55 on Friday. They've been knowing he all their life. So now I'm getting ready to try to reform their mental on saying she, because my pride is in the way, because I want you to say she. Now you and you and you have to say she, because you don't know me. And what you see is what you get. You see she.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I mean, your girlfriends who did get the operation, did any of them regret it afterwards, or are they very happy with it?
Yeah, because one of my girlfriends, it closed up.
Right. 'Cause isn't it like when you get a vagina, isn't it somewhat of like an open wound in a way, and you have to sort of...
It's real bad. I mean, at one point in time, they used to take the shaft of the penis and, push it. I mean, incision and it goes in or whatever. They probably gonna clown the shit out of me if if I get this wrong. I'm sorry, sisters, if I do, but I'm too old of a cat to be called a kitten. And basically, whatever length you are, if you 7 inches, that's all you could take. And then they take the scrotum and then they make the lips and things of that nature. So they do it. I had or not had, but I do. I have a daughter, not not biologically, but she transitioned. And when she went to Thailand and got her surgery, then, we basically had a pussy party so we could see.
Okay. Right. And I remember I had a conversation with a transgender woman, and what she said was very interesting. She said that she's not interested in gay men. She's
Right.
only interested in straight men because she considers herself a woman.
Right.
So why would she get with a gay man? She wants to get with a straight man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm not sure if she was post-op or pre-op or and so forth. Do you sort of understand that mind state? And what is your mind state when it comes to that? Because you're transgender, but you're more androgynous.
Right. Most men that I deal with, like the vast majority, consider themselves straight.
Okay.
Or are straight men. I allow them to pick their own pronoun. Me, I don't care if, whatever you say, but I get what she's saying. Mm-hmm. Because she's she's very familiarized with, like, within our community.
Yeah.
And what goes on. So, yeah.